Take a look down the firing line at your local range this weekend. It is just a sea of black aluminum. Every bench is stacked with the same direct impingement receivers we have been looking at for 60 years. Do not get me wrong. The AR-15 is America's rifle for a reason. It is modular, it is accurate, and we have polished that platform until it runs like a sewing machine. But sometimes, you get tired of that buffer spring noise ringing in your ear. Sometimes you want an operating system that runs cleaner, or something that folds up tight enough to fit in a backpack. I have been running drills with some serious hardware that is coming for the crown. So let's clear the chamber, rack the slide, and look at the contenders ready to dethrone the king. First on the bench is a piece of hardware born in the sand. The IWI US Carmel. This platform was engineered for the harsh realities of modern desert warfare. Unlike your standard DI gun that dumps carbon back into the action, this runs a short-stroke gas piston system. That means your bolt carrier group stays cool and clean, even after high round counts. They built this thing using a rigid combination of steel and high-impact polymer. Now, if you are a left-handed shooter, pay attention. This is arguably the most southpaw-friendly rifle on the market today. The safety, the magazine release, and the bolt catch are fully mirrored on both sides. You can even swap the charging handle to the left or right without a single tool. For the guys running suppressors, the gas regulator has a 2-position setting to tune that back pressure instantly. It features a 16-inch chrome-lined barrel that is cold hammer forged, ensuring extreme longevity. The M-LOK handguard provides plenty of real estate at 3, 6, and 9 o'clock. And with the stock folded, the whole package shrinks to under 27 inches. Coming in at $17.99, it is a serious contender for a do-it-all piston gun. If you are the type of shooter who loves engineering, you need to get your hands on the Robinson Armament XCR-L. This rifle feels like the ultimate hybrid, merging the best DNA from the AK-47, the AR-15, and the FNFAL. The heart of this beast is its adjustable gas system. You have 5 distinct settings to dial in your ejection pattern perfectly. Whether you are shooting hot defensive loads or cheap steel-cased plinking ammo, this gun shoots incredibly flat. The upper receiver is monolithic, meaning the rail is one continuous piece of metal, so your lasers and optics hold zero as if they were welded on. But the real magic is the modularity. You can swap calibers in your garage in minutes. Go from 5.56 to 300 blackout, or even 6.8 SPC. Just change the barrel, the bolt, and the magazine. The price tag is around $2,200 but remember, you are effectively buying a multi-caliber system in one chassis. Now let's get a little futuristic. The Springfield Hellion looks like prop weaponry from a sci-fi movie, but it is actually the civilian variant of the Croatian military's VHS-2. This is a bullpup design, meaning the action is located behind the trigger group. This allows you to have a full 16-inch barrel for maximum ballistic velocity, while keeping the overall length barely over 28 inches. Springfield made a smart move here. They adapted the magwell to accept standard AR-15 magazines, so you do not have to hunt for proprietary expensive plastic. It runs a short-stroke piston with a suppressed setting, and the ejection port is fully ambidextrous, a rarity in the bullpup world. The charging handle is unique. It is spring-loaded and swivels, which takes some muscle memory to master. But it is snag-free. The trigger has that typical bullpup creep, but for a home defense carbine that maneuvers easily through doorways, this is a compact powerhouse. While we are talking bullpups, we have to mention the reigning champion, the IWI Tavor X95. This is the refined evolution of the original SAR, and they address the biggest gripe shooters had, the trigger pack. It now breaks cleanly at around 5 to 6 pounds, drastically improving operational accuracy. Chambered in 5.56 NATO and measuring just over 26 inches, this is the ultimate close-quarters battle tool. The ergonomics are superior to almost anything in its class. The magazine release is located exactly where your finger expects it to be on an AR. Mechanically, it uses a long-stroke gas piston. Think of it as an upside-down AK system, so reliability is absolute. It is a hefty girl at 7.9 pounds, but because that weight is tucked deep into your shoulder pocket, you can hold this weapon on target with one hand all day long. ZZ Bren 3. Moving back to Europe. CZ has been dominating the market lately, and the Bren 3 is their latest masterpiece. Currently serving with the Czech military, this rifle is battle-proven. The standout upgrade here is the handguard. It is a heavy-duty aluminum alloy with massive M-LOK compatibility. The controls are crisp, featuring a 45-degree safety throw that feels very modern. But the biggest quality of life improvement is the charging handle. On the previous generation, that handle reciprocated, meaning it flew back and forth like a buzzsaw near your hand. Now, it is non-reciprocating and stays put until you need it. Whether you want a 7-inch PDW or a 16-inch carbine, this platform is built to NATO standards. Mud, snow, and sand are not going to stop this machine. Stateside. Palmetto State Armory continues to disrupt the industry. The Jakl 2.0 is their answer to the high-priced piston market. They took the bomb-proof reliability of the AK long-stroke piston and mated it to the modularity of the AR platform. Because there is no buffer tube assembly, this weapon features the AXR folding stock, allowing you to fire with the stock completely folded. That is a massive advantage for vehicle-borne operations. They slimmed down the handguard profile significantly from the first generation, making it faster to drive target to target. The charging handle is on the left side, non-reciprocating, and feels like something off a high-end Swiss rifle. Best of all, the barrel assembly is user-serviceable. You can swap lengths and calibers without a gunsmith. Available in 5.55, 6, and 300 blackout. This is the most accessible entry point into the piston game. Let's dial it back to the classics. The Ruger Mini 14. This rifle has been fighting for half a century, essentially. It is a scaled-down M14 or Garand action. It does not look tactical, making it the perfect gray man option for areas with restrictive laws. Ruger has stepped up their quality control in a big way. The new cold hammer-forged barrels are heavier and tapered, eliminating the accuracy stringing issues of the older models. The gas system is tighter, and the iron sights are built like a tank. The big news is the addition of 300 AAC blackout to the lineup, giving you modern ballistics in a vintage wood and steel package. You do need Ruger proprietary magazines, but for a ranch rifle that is reliable as sunrise, it is hard to beat. PWS has always made great piston guns, but the UXR is a total departure from convention. They call it the user exchange rifle. The concept here is total modularity. You can switch calibers by swapping just 3 components: the barrel, the bolt head, and the magwell. The lower receiver is the serialized part, so your trigger pull, grip texture, and optic setup remain constant, no matter what caliber you are throwing downrange. It features a 3-position adjustable gas system for instant tuning, supporting 5.56, 300 blackout, and the heavy-hitting 308 Winchester. The manual of arms is identical to the AR, so there is zero learning curve. If you want one chassis to handle everything from CQB to elk hunting, this is the future. Finally, we have the PSA VUK. This is what happens when American engineers modernize the Kalashnikov. PSA teased this concept a while back, and they actually listened to the feedback. They utilized a standard 4.5mm trunnion, opening up the entire world of aftermarket AK folding stocks. The grip angle is updated to the AK-19 style, more vertical and comfortable for modern shooting stances. But here's the game changer. The trigger pocket is compatible with AR-15 fire control groups. That is massive, because the AR trigger aftermarket is endless. They also redesigned the magazine release into a push-forward paddle, making reloads lightning fast. It retains the soul of the AK, but gives American shooters the features we demand. All right, that is the lowdown on the hardware challenging the status quo. I want to hear from you guys in the comments. Which one of these platforms would you trust your life to when things go bump in the night? Are you sticking with the Direct Impingement AR, or are you ready to switch to a piston system? Drop a comment down below and let's argue about it. If you got some value out of this video, do me a favor, smash that like button, and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss our next range review. Stay safe, check your 6, and keep training.